Hello and welcome to the Lyon Show. It's your boy, Roberto. All right, back with another one. So please listen today, though, because what I'm going to be explaining or attempting to explain to you guys is something that I think is revolutionary. Totally has changed the way that I think and how I'm going to be moving forward with my life, my finances, my goals. And I really, really want you to take some notes and pay attention, or just listen in whenever you're doing something so you can try and pick up what I'm putting down, because it's just so badass. So, I mean, this whole show, is really, if you don't know by now, I'm constantly reading, constantly studying, constantly improving myself, as well as talking to others who are on the same path, and basically returning the favor by teaching you what I've learned so that you don't have to go out there and go through all the weird stuff that I've been through, and you could just improve and get better in your life. So today what we're going to be talking about is talent stacking or skill stacking. All right, one of those two. Either way, it's basically having a strategy for what you're learning and what you're doing in your life. And I mean, it can be for entrepreneurs, but it can be really for anything that you really want to do that is you're interested in or that you want to improve on. It can be for your job, but it can be for your business. It can be for health. It can be for relationships. It can be any of those things, okay? But it's essentially finally giving you a strategy to know how you're going to achieve your goals, all right? And it basically comes down to how I figured it out was just from being an entrepreneur, right? So whenever we start a business, we're usually just kind of making it up as we go. And then as you're building your business, you're really going to realize that you have to learn a lot of skills, right? So first you have to learn how to build a website, right? Or then you have to learn how to do copywriting, okay? Then you have to learn how to do email marketing. Then you have to learn how to get traffic. So it's either you create content or you create ads, or you go on, podcasts or whatever you do, or you go to events, or you just meet people in person, or you put signs in your shop. But there's all these levels, right, of the things that you have to learn in order to finally get to that successful business. And what a lot of people do, though, is they just go straight for the easy route or straight for the top, right? They'll launch their business, put their name on a business card, and they know how to run their business, but they don't know how to get customers yet, okay? But what I'm trying to get at is the correct way to do this is to lay out exactly the steps that it's going to take for you to get to your goal. And instead of having the goal be the goal, you want each skill and each step along the way to be the thing that you focus on. And this is why it's called skill stacking, but it's having a strategy for this thing so you can reverse engineer it. So I made this little nifty Word document thing. I don't know what it is, but I made a PDF as well. I'm going to include it in the show notes. But basically, you're just reverse engineering the goal that you want, and you're breaking it down into, bite-sized pieces, and you're focusing only on those bite-sized pieces, not going for the whole thing and then burning out really fast, but going it step by step. Okay, so this is really simple. It's stupid simple, but just the framework and the idea. I feel like I could teach anybody anything now. I feel like I could lay it out for you because we're just simple people, but instead of studying all of biology, you want to start with, the cell and then the bigger cell, and then it grows from there. Or instead of just saying, okay, I'm going to get in the best shape of my life this year. It's New Year's. It is what it is. What if instead of first thing you do is you just break down your stack for, I'm going to learn how to eat better food first, right? Then I'm going to figure out how to eat less food, okay? And then I'm going to figure out how to work out more or how to find a workout that I enjoy, right? And you break it down step by step, and then you're going to learn these things. You're going to look all of the books. You're going to look on all the YouTube videos, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So it starts with your goal. And I mean, for this is kind of a business thing. So for my goal, I'm working on, I got one right here. But this is what you do. You just print it out. But you put the name of the business at the top, right? So I'm building a sales company. So at the top, it says Tiger Sales. That's the name of it. Then it's going to go, here's going to be the skills and actions. Here's going to be other actions. Oh, let's do my real estate business. So Bears Real Estate, boom, goal. I want to have the Bears Real Estate business basically just crushing it this year. No, nothing hold back, just going balls out. And in order for me to get there, the first skills I have to do is number one is acquisition, right? Getting houses under contract. That's like the number one thing that we need to just master. You're going to see a lot of content coming from me, just cold calling my balls off in January. I'm going to become a freak show for wholesaling in January, essentially. So it's just, how can we get the best leads? We already got that, but it's acquisition. So text messaging, acquisition just means, getting deals under contract. Okay. That's like the active going out there, pitching offers, getting contracts signed. Okay. So that's number one for us. If you are really starting brand new in a skill, then these bottom skills would just be like, what is wholesaling? What is real estate investing? What do the contracts look like? That's what your level would be at. I'm at a more advanced level. So my advanced level starts at acquisition. Next one would be disposition. And then the third one is just learn more creative financing. So that would be my first foundation, right? That's my first foundation of skills. And then I'm just going to write those down here. And then I'm going to break each one of these boxes down to little things. So for acquisitions, it would be cold calling, text blasting, driving for dollars, social media, all those things that work to get deals. And I would just hyper focus on learning one of those every week. Okay. And then at the bottom of the boxes, it says on this thing, it says date completed, because a goal without a date is just a dream. It's nothing. But a goal with a date broken down into steps is going to get you where you want to go. So the date completed is pretty much like, I'm just going to study all these boxes. And it's going to be up to you whether, studying is also taking action. I think it has to be married with action, though, because a lot of people get stuck in the analysis paralysis. So they'll just study something and then they'll move on to the next one. But this really just frees your brain from having to, try and eat the whole elephant all at once. Instead, you're able to eat the elephant one bite at a time. Okay. You're going to be able to just take a bite out of your goal little by little. But it's not even little by little. It's such important skills that you're going to be learning that you're going to be able to hyper focus. But you see how first you get that layer of these skills. These skills, if I just focus on these skills, yes, money is important. But if I master these skills, money is actually going to be a side effect of me learning these skills, learning these talents, taking these actions, right? Okay, so that's like the first step. The next step above that is going to be managing a sales team, really learning how I can coach other people to master acquisition, master disposition, and master creative financing, right? So that's like the next stack up. And then the next stack up is also going to be, basically creating a good CRM or automating more of our business. Because that's the whole goal, is I'm trying to build a real estate business, a wholesaling business that runs on its own. Okay, so it can get all the engages. So then I have to. The next level up is teach sales teams, figure out how to automate as much as I humanly can, and then at the top here, it's probably going to be hire, CFOs, and maybe one of these would also be hiring people, because that's a really big thing. Like the big thing in life, guys, of leverage is getting really good at having other people and finding them to do the work for you, finding people that'll loan you money or getting really good credit. Learning how to make software that'll really do a lot of the work for you, and then creating a flywheel business that you can automate. But so this is the whole idea, though. Like, it's not too complicated, but it's totally changed my life. Like how I'm going to go forward, because I'm always studying, as I think everybody should be. I'm always learning. I'm always focused. And instead of just going, like broad stroke, like, oh, I think I need to learn this today. Like, that's fun and all. But now I'm going to create my talent stack, because I know where I want to go, right? I would even put a number and a date with how much I want to make. I want to make $1 million next year by this exact time next year. So December 27th, 2022, $1 million, all right, is what I want. A minimum of at least $300,000 to $1 million. Like I know it's a big gap, but the minimum is $300,000. So I'm going to break it down from there. But these businesses we're bootstrapping. So it's very realistic that within the next years, we'll have $1 million business, but we're not there yet. So essentially, though, this is how we're going to get there faster. And another great thing that you can do is set this goal and set it all up. And then in these little boxes where it says dates to complete, see if you can fucking do it in like 6 months. Like you just listen to the absolute best of each subject. Take notes. That's the really big thing that I think everybody should really listen to is like, don't just learn it and say, oh, I get it now. Like you should have that little light bulb click in your brain and like the neurons will all connect for you and it'll understand. But taking notes so you can go back later on and be like, I studied, copywriting. I forget everything about it though, but these are the key points that I remember. Oh, I have them in my notebook. I'll read them again, and things like that. But this has just totally changed my life. So like any goal you have, anything you're trying to achieve, create a talent stack or a skill stack for it, right? And then break down each layer. And then, like I said, the goal isn't necessarily even to get to the goal at the top. The goal is to learn all these things, master these things, move on to the next skill that's going to get you there. And a side effect of becoming incredibly gifted, a master of these skills is going to be wealth, health, relationships, whatever you're trying to do. Like let's say like this is your goal. Like you want to lose 50 pounds, right? So you put 50 pounds at the top. So the first goal, like I said, again, is going to be, diet, right? It's going to be for your diet, workout routine, nutrition, whatever you need to get your nutrition or energy back, or time management maybe. So that would be your big 3. It'd be diet, workout, time management. Like what time every day are you going to do workout? And then next step is going to be, are you going to find a trainer? Is that going to be a goal? Are you going to basically set daily skills, how to fill out a notebook, how to have a food journal? That would be like the next one. And then you would start, really crushing it, doing a lot of cardio, cutting out all your foods and really being honest with yourself. And then boom, 50 pounds less. Like whatever you're going to do, but break it down into bite-sized parts. Like especially instead of thinking that you know everything already, take it piece by piece, break it down, and then learn those things so you really know it. So you know what you're doing so that you can actually have the things you want in your life. All right. So I just blew my mind, truly made me happy learning this kind of stuff. And I hope it did the same for you. I hope you got some benefit out of this. But this has been revolutionary. The next thing I want to teach people probably is I'll give you guys a master's degree in business and building a flywheel business. And I'll give you the stack for that. But this is today's episode, and go out there and just crush your goals. Build your stack, understand what it is you're working on, and then do at least one thing every day for 90 minutes or 45 minutes, but try and really break it down. Like build your whole stack out and then just say, okay, today, wake up early, do whatever you got to do. But today I'm going to learn everything I can about this skill, this stack right here. And once I learn this and I master this, I'll move on to the next one. And then once you have all those skills and they're all set up and you understand them, then you can really turn it on and you can move to the next phase. And again, the side effect will be money or results. They can't stop you. Nothing can stop you if you have a strategy, you have a laid out plan, and then you have a date that you have to accomplish things by, and you go out there and you fucking kill it. So I hope that was helpful. Hope you guys are having a lovely holidays. I'll talk to you on the next one.